Sup guys, let's talk about where you should start if you're completely new to training, and how much do you really need to split up your training after you become progressively more advanced. So I started way back, like 14, 15 years ago or so, with full body. And I actually started with Starting Strength by Mark Rippetoe. And I think doing full body is a really good way to start for beginners, where you learn the big basics like barbell squats, deadlifts, standing overhead press, bench press, standing rows. If you learn the technique on those exercises and you nail them down and you get strong on them, then it's going to be much easier to sort of coordinate your body and do new exercises after that, because those are some of the most like difficult exercises to sort of perform well technically. And what's also good about full body and doing an exercise often, like with Starting Strength, is that you're doing squats. You're doing it 3 times a week, and you're benching and rowing very often. So you get technically good at it, and you can get frequent exposure to the exercise, but also you can allow yourself to add weight more often. So if you're adding 2.5 kilos on the bar each time, then you're gonna progress really fast with a full body routine. And you can basically keep doing it until you get really strong. And I don't really think full body is only for beginners. It's a very time efficient way of training, where you can get away with only training 3 times a week or even every other day. So it's not bad in any sense. But I do feel like if you want to get in a bit more of volume, more specialization afterwards as you become sort of more intermediate, I think moving on to a upper lower split is going to be very conducive, where you're training on 4 dedicated days a week. You're training each body part twice a week. It's a very good routine. And to be honest, you don't really ever have to split it up more than an upper lower. You could do, and the next step would be to do a legs push pull. But I don't really like the way many people do legs push pull, doing it 3 training days in a row, then a rest day, and then repeat. I like the way that you choose 4 dedicated days, and then you just have a sort of a rolling setup. So if you train Saturdays, Sundays, Tuesday, and Thursday, then it's just going to be in a rolling fashion, where let's say you do legs on Tuesday, upper push on Thursday, then pull on Saturday, then legs again on Sunday. So you see, you don't have legs on it on every Tuesday. It's moving constantly, and with that setup, you're gonna get pretty good recovery. You're gonna get decent weekly volume, and it's gonna be good for connective tissue. And also, you're gonna be hitting each muscle group every 5th day. So it's a bit lower frequency than an upper lower, but it's still good. Another way you could do it is that you train lower body or legs on one day, then you do chest and back on another day, and then you do shoulders and arms. But like splitting it up even further than that and doing a body part split, it's not really. You will still make gains. Having a dedicated chest day once a week, but it's not really a good way to train for progress, in my opinion. You want more frequent exposure to the lifts, so you get better at it technically, and neural adaptations. So yeah, that's basically it. Full body, upper lower or a legs push pull. Maybe a lower chest and back, shoulders and arms split. But that's about it. Don't have to overcomplicate it.